All right, y'all, we got one 1964 Ford Ranchero, inline six. Already cleaned the car, threw it on there. Obviously, it's not all the way done. I just wanted to cover the hole. Insanely hard to load it on this thing due to all these tires looking like that. And I just wanted a dog block. It wouldn't stay straight, but we didn't go far. All right, I managed to get it off without fucking it up. We have a little bit of rot. You know, that's commonplace for these suckers, but. All right, I didn't want to sit before I did all the measuring that I wanted to do to make sure it's gonna work the way I think it's gonna work. But I've always wanted a El Camino on a Blazer frame so that I could have a lifted full drive El Camino. But I'm not a Chevy guy. Hate me all you want. I just haven't had any good luck with any of my Chevys I've ever owned. Maybe it's on me, I don't know. But I am a Ford guy. Dodge. Mainly Fords. But I never even thought of the Ranchero. I don't know why. But I'm going to put, well, I have a 78 F-150 that I'm working on. It's kind of a long-term, I don't even know if I'm ever going to finish it. But anyway, I want to put Super Duty axles under it. So I have the old axles, the 78 four-wheel drive axles. And I'm going to put them under this thing. Now, this is a unibody, and I'm going to keep it a unibody. I'm going to stiffen it up a lot, but I'm going to keep it a unibody, stiffen it up, so, you know, you get the ones with you set them on top of an actual frame, and it kind of just sits high, and I don't want it to look all like that. And I use the motor that's in it, transmission in it already. It is a two-wheel drive, obviously, but I'll figure out four-wheel drive stuff later. I can at least get it hooked up to drive around. This car isn't gonna be super nice. It's not. It's gonna stay ratty. It's gonna be patinaed. I'm gonna try to make it look a little bit better because there's like a couple coats of. It's like red and then maroon, or the other way around. I don't really know, but. This car does have a lot more rot than I originally thought, because when I went to look at it the first time, it was buried. It was like to the rockers, and the bed was full of stuff. But I could tell that somebody put floor fans in it, but I don't really know what they originally looked like, so I didn't realize that they were kind of on top of where the old floor fans went. It's flat, it doesn't dip down in. So when you go to look up under the car, you can tell that they cut out the old one, and then it like dips down and it's got flat on top. But it's not really. It's got a lot of rot. Bed's rotted, so whatever. We're gonna keep it ratty. It's not gonna make it super nice. I think I don't want to do all the rust repair and body work. I just want a fun four-wheel drive Ranchero. It does have a title, so If I wanted to put it on the road, I can. Anyway, I do not have any customers for the rest of the day. It's about 2, 3 right now. I don't have any until tomorrow after lunch. So I think that I can get at least the rear axle under it so that I don't have to figure out steering and I can move it in and out because I only have one base shop. Wish I had a bigger one, but we can wait on that so I can have long-term projects. But we're gonna have to move it in and out, so I'm gonna try to at least get the rear axle in first so I can really see how high I can get it to sit with the old 78 stuff on this 64. It's not gonna be nice, like I said. It's gonna be ratty. I'm gonna do it kind of janky. It's just fun and it's just for me. It's not somebody else's. It's mine. So it's gonna be fun. Don't judge me on any ways I've done it. But we're gonna have a 4-wheel drive Ranchero that I've always wanted because I just think the car truck things are cool. I just wish they came 4-wheel drive sometimes. But here we go. All right, we're gonna get the axle out of here. Everything's seized. Bolt holding these leaf springs in, seized. So we're gonna have to get out some cutting utensils. All right, I know what I originally said is I wanted to keep this thing a unibody and just bolt it on, but I don't know anymore because I knew it was kind of rough, but it kind of just keeps going all the way down. It's mainly the passenger side. It's all the way rotten on the passenger side, which honestly I couldn't completely tell from the outside, but the inside, this is the driver's side. I saw this, and I mean it's solid all the way up back there, but the front is also not good on the driver's side, but the whole passenger side from the inside is rotten. And this is what I was talking about when I was saying it dips down and they just plated it on the top. But I will show y'all my new plan because I'm gonna abandon my first plan. 1978 F-150 single cab long bed frame. If I take 23.5 inches out in the middle, I'm probably gonna do it right there, maybe there, but I think I can get it out of here. 23.5 inches on this flat, so screw it, I'll just plop it on top of this frame. I know I said I didn't want to see the big frame underneath it, but it's not gonna be a show truck, just a fun toy. All right, I made an absolute mess of the shop, but I got the whole suspension out of it. Everything was stuck. So we got grinders and sawzalls sitting everywhere. Trying to pull the steering box out, but for some reason on these, the steering box shaft isn't like, you don't slip it over. It goes all the way through the whole, steering column, the whole steering column. So I had to pull that apart and then try to find that out. We got the motor in the way. So I don't know how you were supposed to do this originally, or if they thought it would never ever go out, but the motor is pretty much like it was already pretty much unhooked from everything. You know, you got these two coolant lines, and then like the shift linkage and the actual motor mounts are the only thing that's hooked up. So I mean, there's really nothing to this motor, but this motor has to come out anyway because it's gonna have to get bolted to the frame, not the unibody. So I guess I am going to yank this out, and then I might do it now, I might do it in the morning, I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But this is gonna get yanked out, pull the rest of that out, and I will bring the frame in tomorrow. And I'll have it at least sit on it, you know, so I can get it out of the way because it's currently stuck where it is right now. I've successfully pulled the motor. Tomorrow, I'm gonna get the frame over here and I'm gonna cut it down. I think I said 23.5 inches. I don't know, I wrote it down somewhere. Yep, cut it down, weld it together, fish plate it. Somehow managed to get this body on top of it. And then it's gonna be sick. We'll have to build, you know, body mounts and stuff, but I can at least sit it on there and move it around so it's not stuck. All right, I brought the 78 frame around. I need to take out 23.5 inches. So I've got it measured out measured it about 20 times. So both sides, same exact. Take out this middle section and we're gonna fish plate it after we do it. I've seen a lot of stuff on what the right way to do the frame is, or cut down a frame, but I was gonna do a Z, but I don't have enough room because of the cross members, so I'm gonna flat butt weld it and then fish plate inside and outside. So I have a plasma, but I want this to be really straight, so I'm just gonna cut it with a cutoff wheel because I'm not super, I can get it pretty straight, but I can't get it super straight and I don't want to take off too much. So we're gonna cut it with a cutoff wheel, or jack up both sides so they don't just fall, but cut it with a cutoff wheel, tack it together. I'll have to bring it inside or something because it's pretty windy today, or set something up. All right, I've got the 23.5 inches cut out of both sides, and I welded a little tab on the top so that it can sit back on there on both sides. I still have to get it lined up, but moved it forward, and this thing is so much shorter than it was, like almost 2 feet shorter. So I'll get it lined up, tack it in place, then move it inside as far as I can so that I could actually use gas, or I guess build a wall, whatever. All right, it's not mounted, but it's under it and it's sitting on it. Shorten the frame 23.5 inches in the middle. Pretty much perfect. That slid back a little bit because I had to take all the blocks out to get it and slide it under there. So, but sitting in there, we're gonna have to do a little bit of trimming because I want to sit it a little bit lower so it'll sit flat. But yeah, it is under it. And it looks sick. Alright, I forgot to film the end of the video, but frame is mounted on the front. Steering works. I'm gonna remove one of the blocks on this rear end to get it a little bit lower. Now that is 37s in the front and only 33s in the rear, so it's gonna be look a little weird, but it is still a little bit higher, and it's because it has an extra block in the rear. But once we bring that down and then get the same size tires all the way around, then we should be good. I used the 78 steering column and got it bolted in there, so steering still works, and pretty much just cut out all this. Now I'm gonna make it a little nicer, but honestly both sides are probably gonna get cut out for the motor to fit in there because it's gonna sit lower than it used to. I also went ahead and I wet sanded the entire thing, just to kind of bring out a little bit more of the patina. And then one side, this fender had some paint on it, like somebody sanded it, painted a little bit. So I got all that. It was like black, this whole section, and then blue. So got all that off, just to make it a little bit more uniform. I know it's a little different still, but I like it.